Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Dee. I created a TikTok account called Islamic Love where I basically talk about mental health, Islam, and self-love. But I figured I would make a YouTube channel so that I can talk about those topics more elaborately. So yeah, here we are. This episode is going to be about maladaptive daydreaming. Someone came to me saying that they were struggling with it still. They asked me if I had any advice on how to quit. I can't say I quit 100%, like I'm still daydreaming, but I drastically reduced the amount of daydreaming that I do. To give you an idea of how bad I was, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but when I was a teenager, I had a part-time job in a store, and there were only a few people working there, so we would take turns taking a break. And instead of, eating my lunch, I would get my earphones, go into the bathroom, and daydream. I can't believe I'm saying this. So yeah, I was bad. And I would not stay over at anyone's house, like family or friends, because I wouldn't be able to daydream at night, which sounds fucking crazy. Like, that is so insane that I would literally stay up, lose sleep to daydream. I would literally miss out on real dreaming to daydream. It's very common among traumatized people, unfortunately, because you're basically trying to escape reality. And, especially if you're in survival mode, you find ways to live elsewhere because you most likely didn't have another choice. As a child, I didn't have another choice. I couldn't pursue the things that I wanted to pursue with the life that I had, so it was a lot easier to dream about it. Like I just explained, I was really, really bad, and I was caught up in it. By the time that I was 19 years old, I realized that I lost my years daydreaming, and I could have actually pursued something, as a teenager, to realize the dreams that I had. For example, I really wanted to become an artist. This was before I started practicing Islam. I was dancing, singing, writing, putting outfits together. It was just this whole character that I created in my head that I wanted to be, and I couldn't. I could have been, but I was so stuck in my daydreaming that instead of actually going out and pursuing things, I was much more comfortable staying in my room, keeping it in my room, literally. For example, I was dancing a lot at home. I was a good dancer. I knew that I wanted to break out of my room. So I signed up to a dance school. And when I got there in that class, I froze every time. I couldn't dance. Why? Because I was too comfortable in my own room. All I ever knew was dancing in my room, in my world. I would feel so bad, like asking myself, why? What is going on? Like, why can't you do this? What happened? So that is when I realized, like, wow, this is a problem. This daydreaming is a problem. It is affecting my reality. And yeah, this is just, it's a dead end. Then after I realized that I was, graduating soon, and I had to become an adult and take care of myself and actually pursue things like pick a profession and stuff. But I didn't know what to do because I was so caught up in that character that I created. So then I was like, okay, I have to do this. If I really want to become an artist, it's time to go now. You can't just sit here and throw your life away because you were traumatized and in survival mode. Now you're old enough to take matters into your own hands and and save yourself, what I did was I started posting myself online with my music and art, basically. And this was, again, before I started practicing. It didn't last that long because I started practicing sometime after, but it felt good. It felt good to finally break free from my imaginary world and kind of build a bridge between my dreams and my reality. So what I could give you as an advice is to make a list of all the things that you're daydreaming about and divide them between realistic and unrealistic. So write it all down. We'll first look at the unrealistic stuff. With the unrealistic stuff, I really had to give myself a wake-up call. I had to slap myself in the face for me to understand that I really had to tell myself, like, girl, it's ridiculous. It is not good for you. And you know, with the unrealistic things, I feel like deep down we know that it's not good for us. Deep down we know that it wouldn't make us happy if it were to happen in real life. We have to stop romanticizing those unrealistic things, whether it's people or professions or, you know, whatever it is. Give yourself that wake-up call. It's not like I don't daydream about it at all anymore, but it's definitely not controlling me or my life or my thoughts or my dreams and aspirations, you know? So yeah, I would recommend to do that with unrealistic things. And then with realistic things, I would again make a list and ask yourself, what can I do to achieve these things? What can I do to become these things? If I wanted to become a dancer, I should go to a dance school. If I want to become a singer, I should go to singing classes. If you want to, you know, pursue a certain profession, go take classes, go practice at home, go research, go post yourself, whether, you know, if it's something creative, do it. Try to work towards that goal. Break free. You have to break free, okay? It's not going to be easy to take that step, to put yourself out there in the real world. But once you do it, it's going to feel so good. It's going to feel so healing too. And so, like, all those feelings of guilt and shame and regret are going to fade away as you achieve those things. So yeah, make a plan, make an action plan, and don't let yourself drown in your imagination. We don't deserve that. Why? Yes, once upon a time, we were stuck in there, we were surviving, we were not happy with our lives, we were not happy with ourselves, but we don't have to feel like that anymore. You know, we're old enough, we are resourceful enough to break free. We can build our life. Okay? So let's talk about the audio aspect of maladaptive daydreaming. People who use sound, like music. Me, back in the day, I didn't just do music. I used interviews. I used movies. Like I would, you know, pretend that I'm the actress. Any type of sound that would match my aspirations, I would use to daydream. When I stopped doing that, I stopped because my own life, my own reality was becoming more and more like how I wanted it to be. And trust me, my life has ups and downs. And for example, right now I'm in a period of time where I'm not really happy with where I am. But for example, a year ago I'm just talking about periods of time in my life where I was, you know, busy. I was working towards my goals. I was becoming more comfortable, putting in more effort to become more comfortable with myself and what I wanted. In those times, I noticed that I would daydream less. I would use less sound. I would listen to less music because I had my hands full in my real life, you know? So that's why I want you to know that it's so important to stop daydreaming. You have to make changes in your real life. That is the key to stop, because otherwise you're going to waste away your time and your years wishing you were someone you're not. And that is something that I've struggled with so much. Always wishing that I was someone else. Always wishing that I was with other people. Always wishing that I was somewhere else. So sad. But it's in our own hands. You know, only you can stop. Only you can heal yourself. There's also a video that I shared on my TikTok that was about music. Reduce your daydreaming to just an hour a day. Start the hour. You can daydream all you want. And then once that hour is over, headphones, earphones, bye-bye. And back to your real life. Yeah. Because it also requires discipline, you know? Like I said, we are in control of ourselves. And I think this topic about building your real life is not necessarily linked to maladaptive daydreaming. So I can make another video about just that, which could be a good addition to this episode. The conclusion, the key to stop maladaptive daydreaming is making real changes in your real life. So yeah, this was it for today's episode. It was the first episode. I hope it was helpful. Please let me know what you think. Please let me know your thoughts, feedback, ideas. Make sure to follow me on social media, Islamic Self Love, and see you in next episode.